Good day, all you wonderful people. Welcome to Adventure Together. My name's Al, and I guess you don't need my trail name anymore because I'm in the city. And today I am leaving Vancouver. I'm heading towards the Greyhound bus station, and I'm going to take a bus to Seattle. And I haven't been to Seattle in over 20 years. I'm really aging myself when I say these things, aren't I? So when I get to Seattle, I'm going to be having a look around, and then someone's going to meet up with me and show me around a little bit more, and I think I'm going to be staying with them for a couple of nights before I head on out of the city. So let's get this journey started. Firstly, I need coffee. I haven't had coffee yet, and I'm barely functioning, so let's go. Thank you. Got coffee. Let's get something else. Something substantial. Some breakfast. I've come to Glory Juice for breakfast. They got juices, plant-based meals, and support any vegan business. Sun shining the way it is. This city is so clean and really clean and beautiful, I find anyway. And I've really enjoyed being here. I'm enjoying walking around, and it reminds me of when I first moved to Melbourne, how you get out early in the morning, maybe like 6 in the morning, and there were just people in cafes already, people who are up running straight from the gym, and there's something really attractive about a city like that where there's so many people who are sort of fit, active, up and early rising, and it reminds me a lot of Melbourne, like I say, and I really love Melbourne. Melbourne's like a second home, and yeah, it sits well. I really like what I've seen so far of Vancouver 2023, but I know what their winters are like, so it ain't the place for me. I think why I like the spirit of Melbourne so much, and why when I see little bits of that in other cities I feel really good here, is because Melbourne is where I felt like I could sort of come alive, and it inspired me to do a lot more. When you're living in the cold country, getting out and going running first thing in the morning is not an attractive feeling, but then when you live in a really warm place, you wake up and 6 o'clock you go for a run, and it's sort of about 7:30 you stop on your way home, and you sit in a cafe and you see friends walking down the street, and you have a good conversation and things like that. It just inspires you to be active, which makes you feel good. You get this positive reinforcement, like, oh yeah, the day's hardly even started, I'm back home and showering, and it's 8 o'clock and I've already had coffee, caught up with friends, gone for a run, maybe gone to the gym, whatever happens to be your thing. I see that in other cities right now. Lots and lots of people were running around the Stanley Park yesterday, and lots of people are running and sitting in cafes this morning. It's a really great feeling, I guess, when the community around you is doing something like that, and it seems to be the norm. It's inspiring to get out and do it yourself. So when you live and it's freezing cold and it's dark and it's rainy and there's no cafes open at that hour, and what they serve is just greasy food, then it doesn't give that sort of positive feeling to get up and out of the warm sheets in the morning. So you can just say I'm sort of feel very happy in these urban environments when they're like that, and when they're not, I find they're a little bit suffocating and depressing. Stadium for the Vancouver Whitecaps FC. Not sure who they are. Get up, boat. You're drunk. So, we are now back where we started a couple of days ago. Getting dropped off here at the station and now walked back. And my rating for Vancouver as a city. Touristy things to do, probably 6 out of 10. There isn't a huge amount of things that you have to see and do. It's not like Sydney where there's so much for tourists. Culture, probably, I'd say it's a good 7 out of 10. They've got a good mix of indigenous and modern culture. Beauty, 7, yeah. Overall feeling of it, I think it's a 7 out of 10 city, and if you're in Canada, it's a definite stop. But what my opinion is, it doesn't matter. You should get here yourself and check it out. Right, now, let's go and find a bus. Old mate with a leaf blower over there. Ooh, there's an open door. Bum, 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 bum. Very busy. I might be setting myself up for failure here, but I'm very tempted to go and get more coffee. I was going to sleep on the bus, but I think a triple shot iced coffee followed by a double espresso might be a little bit self-sabotage. On the Greyhound, and we just have to see if we can make it across the border with no hassle.
All right, everyone, sit tight for me. I'm gonna get us signed in. I'll be right back.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So I'm back on the bus and it was super easy, a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. And I am on the bus with a very famous YouTuber.
Oh, very famous. I'm on the bus with a very famous YouTuber here. Just traveling beat. How y'all doing?
So Beat and I actually started on the same day and finished a couple of days apart, I think. And yeah, just amazing to get on the bus and be able to talk about through hiking instead of just sat there with the earphones in and ignoring everyone.
2 hours later.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am now in Seattle, downtown, Chinatown. We are going to go and find something to eat and just having a look and see what appeals to me. Let's go see if we can find some vegan Asian food. I'm sure we can. Ooh, hot pot. Something simple, assorted vegetable with tofu. I think I'm gonna go and get that. That's cheaper than the smoothie that I got this morning. Jasmine rice, steamed tofu with veggie, green tea. Nom, 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 nom. If you're in Seattle and you want Chinese food, this is the place. Run by people from Hong Kong, super tasty food, great service. Loved it. So, I'm going to go and sightsee a couple of things. It's like 4:30. Got about 2 hours before I meet my host or my guide for the city. And so, let's go and guide myself. I'm pretty good at that usually. Now I don't want to say that I overate in that Chinese restaurant, but I did order a lot, and I think I'm one piece of fried tofu away from a heart attack. Stopping for overeating. Over there you can see the Smith Tower. I think architecture was so much better back in the early last century. That's from 1914, that building, and it looks so cool. I love it. This is beautiful, I love it. Very old school, very cool. Well, that's a much clearer view of the Smith Tower. Looking straight up at it. Look at how ornate that carving is straight above. That's beautiful stonework. I love the glasswork as well. It's nice. And just over here above the windows, there's some metalwork. It's all very ornate. It looks beautiful. So if you're wondering what this place is, it's called the Exchange Building. This is my next stop. Very important. Oh no, big disappointment. I'll have to come back tomorrow morning. So far the sightseeing is not going well. Everything I've gone to has been closed. This city closes early. Everyone wants to go on siesta at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm getting big time steampunk vibes from what's going on across the street though. Alright, we're going to something that can't close. This is called the gum wall, and it's where people stick their gum to a wall, and that's it. Look at all that plastic that people have been chewing. It's insane. At least it's not in the ocean. And apparently hip hop isn't dead. Don't touch any of it, you'll get giardia or neurovirus. Look at that! Oh. Little chewy gum icicles or stalactites. That is definitely a lot of gum.
Everyone's packed up.
There's a crazy thing about just here, and that is that I came out here and instantly recognised it. When I was in Australia, I used to go to the gym and run on the running machine that had a little screen that you could program, so it was like as if you were running and you'd look at the screen and it would show you various places around the world. And this street, Pike Place in Seattle, was one of the places that you would run down and then it would blur into some other place around the world. I came out here and I was like, oh, I've run down this street before. I remember going running down here, but no, I was just on a treadmill in Newman, Australia. So there's a bit of a queue here and you wonder what they're queuing for. I can tell you what it is. This is the original and first ever Starbucks, and some people are so excited that they're going to the original store. There's people getting pictures for the gram, and even some people who are sad enough to be vlogging these people who are going to the gram. What does my life come true? Maybe I should just go back on trail and start filming flowers again. A few days ago I was showing you mountains, I was showing you glaciers, I was showing you the most epic parts of nature going, and now we're walking through a farmer's market that has closed in downtown Seattle. I'm sorry. This is called Billy the Piggy Bank, and he has a little piggy slot for money on the back here. I don't know where that money goes, hopefully to help the community. So my city guide and possible place to stay is arriving pretty soon, so I'm just sort of milling around now, having a look around and trying to stay within this general area until they arrive. Alright, just waiting for my my ride to turn up. Here's my ride now.
Hello.
Surprise, surprise, who's this?
Oh my god, it's Stitches!
Hello.
Hi! Okay.
Right, let's throw all this in the
Welcome to
pack.
Seattle.
Thank you!
See you around there. Whatever you want.
There we go. I was just there.
Oh,
There on that corner.
yeah. Cool! Welcome to Seattle!
I'm the other side because I'm used to driving on the left. So we got a vegan pizza. Water chestnut, you happy?
Yeah. Actually, oh, I just want to.
Let's do it.
Vegan chicken.
Vegan chicken. Where are we going next on this tour?
We're going to my house.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that's everything that we have for you today. So, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you in the next one.